You guys have got some challenges. But look on the bright side, you could be in Oak Brook working for McDonald's. There are some challenges out there. My job this morning is to share what I can in about an hour from having worked with two really amazing companies, principally Nike and Starbucks. And I've done a little bit of consulting in the time since I left Starbucks about 5 years ago. But I'd like to do whatever I can this morning to inspire you by some best practices that I've seen really work, and particularly in industries like sneakers before Nike, which was somewhat of a kind of a forgotten commodity, and certainly coffee. There couldn't have been a more mundane product category before Howard Schultz and Starbucks came along. Before I get into that, I would like to kind of put some ground rules out here. First and foremost, there is this thing called marketing. And this is just my initial thinking on this. I can't cover everything in an hour. I'm going to compress 20 years of my life into as much as I can here. But the M word has been one of the most abused words in business probably since I was in college. And I think it's become very misunderstood. And once you figure out what it is, and to me, marketing is a process. It's not a place. It's something that happens. And if you do it right, marketing is not just a department, though you probably need one. And it's not just a person, and you probably need a really good one these days. But great marketing happens when everyone in the organization sees themselves as part of that process. That by whatever they do, be they answering the phone in customer service, designing the product, coming up with a promotional idea, packaging, they see what they do as making the brand more desirable, more special, more unique. I must tell you, when I joined Nike in 1987, we had no marketing department. We had no research department. In fact, I was coached when I interviewed with Phil Knight, my boss, the founder of Nike, not to use those two words in my interview. And I came out of an Ogilvy affiliate ad agency, and I was pretty proud of marketing and pretty proud of what research can do. And I got a little tongue-tied a couple times along there, struggling for what words would we replace research with, and I kind of seized on insights. Apparently, Phil Knight was not a big fan of traditional marketing, and probably a good thing for Nike, because with the things we did there in Beaverton, Oregon, a lot of the traditional tools probably would have slowed us down, made us a little more risk-averse, probably not as aggressive, and I don't think as creative as we were. We had the disciplines. I headed up all the advertising. We had a strong PR person, strong design group, strong development group, an amazing sales organization, supply chain operations, distribution, all best of class. We worked together as a team. There were no walls. Office doors were open. The only time a door was closed is probably when someone was getting fired or someone's having a difficult phone conversation. But it was a team. And obviously it was a smaller company back then. Nike was number 3, a distant number 3 behind both Adidas and Reebok. Excuse me. And in the year prior to my joining, they laid off 20% of the company. You couldn't give Nike stock away. I think it was about $7 a share. And I took my place among the walking wounded and tried to pick the brand back up and do something unique with it. And brand was also a misunderstood word. That's the B word. What does a brand mean? Brand means a lot of different things. It used to be that branding somehow equated to advertising, or it equated to a new logo or a new look on your package. Brand is much, much more than that. And I know I'm speaking to some incredibly smart people here. I'm surrounded by phenomenal brands and an industry brand that's been around for an extremely long period of time. So I'm fortunate to be in front of so many smart people. So you probably got a better definition of this than I do, but in my book, I basically say it's everything. It's everything and anything you think about a company, a product, a person. It could be a political party. The Republican Party is a brand. The Catholic Church is a brand. It's a troubled brand. Martha Stewart's a brand. People can be brands. Places can be brands. Boca is a brand. But a brand cannot be controlled, not even by the CEO, not by some board of directors. Some people may have more influence on it than others do, but it is completely an amorphous thing, because the brand lives in the minds of people. And hopefully it occupies a rather pleasant place in the minds of your customers. It's not something negative.